Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're a fan of horror movies that explore the dark and twisted world of cults, you've come to the right place. From secret societies to religious fanatics, these films will send chills down your spine. Grab some popcorn, dim the lights, and prepare yourself as we dive into the top 10 horror movies about cults. Let's get started. At number 10, we have Midsummer, directed by Ari Aster. The story follows Dani, a young woman coping with a recent family tragedy. She reluctantly joins her boyfriend Christian and his friends on a trip to a remote Swedish village for a midsummer festival. What begins as a seemingly peaceful retreat quickly turns into a nightmare as they become entangled with the Horga, a pagan cult with bizarre rituals and sinister intentions. The film's bright, sunny setting contrasts with its dark undertones, creating a unique horror experience that stays with you long after the credits roll. Coming in at number 9 is The Invitation. This psychological thriller is set almost entirely at a dinner party, where Will accepts an invitation from his ex-wife Eden and her new husband David. But as the night progresses, it becomes clear that Eden and David's intentions aren't as friendly as they seem. They introduce their guests to a mysterious cult known as The Invitation, which promises peace through letting go of emotional pain. The tension builds slowly, creating an atmosphere of paranoia and dread that explodes into violence. This movie proves that you don't need a remote location or ancient rituals to create a chilling cult experience. Our number 8 pick is a classic, The Wicker Man from 1973, directed by Robin Hardy. The story centers on Sergeant Howie, a devout Christian police officer who arrives on a remote Scottish island to investigate a missing girl. He finds a community that worships ancient pagan gods, led by the enigmatic Lord Summerisle. As Howie digs deeper, he realizes that the islanders may have sinister plans involving him. With its eerie folk songs, unsettling rituals, and one of the most iconic endings in horror history, The Wicker Man is a slow-burn masterpiece that explores the dangers of blind faith and cultural clashes. At number 7 is another Ari Aster creation, Hereditary. This film follows the Graham family after the death of their secretive grandmother. As strange occurrences begin to plague the family, it becomes clear that their fate is tied to a sinister cult obsessed with summoning a demon named Paimon. The film's blend of psychological horror and supernatural elements makes it a deeply disturbing watch. Toni Collette's performance as the grief-stricken mother, Annie, adds a layer of emotional depth, making the final revelation of the cult's true motives all the more horrifying. Our number 6 pick is the legendary Rosemary's Baby, directed by Roman Polanski. The film tells the story of Rosemary Woodhouse, a young woman who becomes suspicious of her eccentric neighbors after she becomes pregnant. Unbeknownst to her, they belong to a coven of witches who have dark plans for her child. As Rosemary's paranoia grows, so does the audience's sense of dread. Mia Farrow's performance captures the vulnerability and terror of a woman trapped in a nightmarish conspiracy. The chilling reveal of her baby's true nature is an unforgettable moment in horror cinema. Halfway through our list is The Sacrament, directed by Ty West. This found-footage-style film follows a group of journalists who visit a remote commune called Eden Parish to document the lifestyle of its members. At first, the group is welcomed by the cult's charismatic leader known only as Father. But as they spend more time at the compound, they discover a much darker reality hidden beneath the surface. Inspired by the real-life Jonestown Massacre, The Sacrament is a harrowing look at how one man's influence can lead to unimaginable horror. Coming in at number 4 is Mandy, a visually stunning horror film directed by Panos Cosmatos. Nicolas Cage stars as Red Miller, a man seeking revenge after his girlfriend Mandy is kidnapped and murdered by a cult known as the Children of the New Dawn. Led by the delusional Jeremiah Sand, this cult preys on the vulnerable and believes in their leader's divine vision. The film's unique style, with its dreamlike visuals and heavy metal-inspired imagery, sets it apart from other revenge-driven horror movies. Nicolas Cage's intense performance, combined with the surreal atmosphere, makes this one a wild and unforgettable ride. In the third spot, we have Apostle, directed by Gareth Evans. Set in 1905, the film follows Thomas Richardson as he travels to a remote Welsh island to rescue his sister from a mysterious cult. The cult, led by the charismatic prophet Malcolm, believes their blood sacrifices keep the island fertile. But as Thomas uncovers the truth, he learns of an even darker force controlling the island. With its chilling atmosphere, brutal violence, and complex mythology, Apostle is a gruesome journey into the dark side of faith and power. At number 2 is Luca Guadagnino's reimagining of Suspiria. Set in a Berlin dance academy, the story follows Susie Banyan, an American dancer who discovers that the school is run by a coven of witches. Led by Madame Blanc, the witches have sinister plans for Susie, tied to an ancient, powerful being known as Mother Susperiorum. The film is a fever dream of grotesque rituals, hypnotic dance sequences, and unsettling body horror. Unlike its 1977 predecessor, this version delves deeper into the cult's inner workings, creating a rich and terrifying lore that lingers long after the final scene. And our number 1 pick is The Ritual. This British horror film tells the story of 4 friends who embark on a hiking trip in the Scandinavian wilderness to honor a friend who recently died. When they take a shortcut through a dense forest, they stumble upon an ancient Norse cult that worships a deity known as the Jotun. The group's descent into madness is filled with disturbing visions, creepy effigies, and an unforgettable creature design. The film's blend of psychological tension and supernatural terror makes it a must-watch for fans of cult horror. And that wraps up our list of the top 10 horror movies about cults. Did your favorite make the list? Or do you have another terrifying cult movie we should check out? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a spooky update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.